Hi, I'm Whitney Reynolds, and you're watching The Whitney Reynolds Show. We're a topic-based talk show that will hopefully impact the way you think and make you want to go out there and make a difference. Today, we are talking about a serious topic, bullying, that we're seeing rise up in headlines and across the nation. And our next guest knows a lot about that, Judy Freedman. You are a bully prevention specialist, an educator, a blogger, and wrote the book, Easing the Teasing. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much.
Now, you have a lot of things behind your name, but with that, your book is kind of your baby when it comes to this, because you said, how many editions have been made of this?
It's in its 9th printing.
9th printing. Okay, but how long has it been?
It's 12 years old. It is like my 4th child.
Yeah.
And it's been translated in Chinese and Portuguese.
So this is a tool that parents can really use to kind of figure out when teasing goes too far.
Correct.
What motivated you to write this book?
When I was working in elementary school as a school social worker, I had the privilege and opportunity to go into classrooms and ask kids, what's on your mind, what's bothering you? And teasing was the #1 issue. And I'd say to kids, well, how many of you have ever been teased? And every hand would go up. And I'd say, how many of you have ever been bullied? And you wouldn't see that many hands. And not to minimize bullying, but kids see teasing and bullying as different, and I view them on as a continuum. And I learned that kids have trouble dealing with teasing. They need coping skills.
I love what you're honing in on here, because that is so true. I can think of 5 conversations I've had this week where they're like, oh, I'm just teasing. But you're really like, were you? When did it go too far into bullying? And I love that you said it just keeps on going.
Well, actually, one end of the continuum is fun and friendly teasing, because we tease all the time in a fun and friendly way. We laugh with somebody. We have fun with somebody. No one's feelings are hurt.
Does sarcasm fall into teasing too? Because I feel like as adults, that's what it ends up being.
Well, that's an interesting question, because sometimes a tease is meant to be fun and friendly, but it's taken as cruel and hurtful as we move along the continuum. So sarcasm can play into that.
Did you find out where the line is? Because I think it is a 2-person game here, in the fact of, if I'm teasing with you and it is fun and friendly, and you take it the wrong way, then all of a sudden I become the bully in a sense. But sometimes teasing is taken too far. Well,
and then as we move along the continuum, we have more continued teasing, taunting. It becomes more abusive.
So over the same subject, or could it just keep going?
It keeps going. Bullying is repeated, ongoing behavior. It can be verbal, it can be physical. Most bullying is verbal.
I agree.
And generally there's a power imbalance.
Now, watching our first guest that was here, the 12-year-old that was talking about the bullying, did that strike a chord with you?
I felt so badly. I think the school is really letting him down. You know, it bothers me. It's distressing that he goes to school not feeling safe. Schools should really ensure the physical and emotional safety of their students. Bullying can be stopped only with adult intervention or peer intervention. We talk about the power of the bystanders can really overtake the power of the bullies. Neither is working in his case.
Let's talk about the power of the bystanders, because I think that's a really interesting, subject that you bring up, because a lot of us do see it. We could be at the line in a restaurant. We could be, waiting to wash our hands in the bathroom. But sometimes we see bullying going on, and none of us want to say anything, because it's like, A, we either they'll handle it, or B, for me, I'm sometimes just too busy, but I'm letting those people down.
Well, especially with children at school, many are afraid to step in because they don't want to be the next victim. Yeah. We really need to teach young children, we need to plant the seeds for them to stand up and speak out, either to give support to the child who's being teased or bullied, or to tell the bully to back off. And there are power in numbers. And if we can get the bystanders to speak up, it can make a big difference.
Well, and so much awareness, I feel like, has lately just been brought out on bullying. Going to adults in the workplace, would you say the same thing? Would you say speak up if you see something? Because bullying doesn't stop just with kids.
Absolutely. Okay. Absolutely. In whatever setting, the bystanders can take over the power of the bully.
Well, thank you so much for coming on. Now, one thing that has resonated with me all day long is a little quote that my mom would say growing up to me, because nice matters. Bullying hurts, but it can be prevented. For more info on today's show, go to thewhitneyreynoldshow.com.